Why, hello everyone. Welcome to Redneck Ways. How you all doing today? Hope everybody said fine and dandy. Not doing too awful bad here in old Kentucky. We've got us a little bit of snow on this Friday afternoon. It came down last night. We got about 3 or 4 inches. So it's not been fun. I've got to get tires on both vehicles, and I didn't do it soon enough. So, been a little bit slippery. Dad's got to put 2 new ones on the front of his, and I've got to put 4 new ones around the old Ford Ranger. So, I've got to get, after snow and everything, I've got to get on the ball, get mine done. Mine are about 3 years old. They was good tires. They was Walmart tires. So I got my money's worth out of them, but it's time for a new set. But today, guys, let's get inside first. It's about, I say, 22 degrees out here. Alrighty. Alright, guys. We're in here in the heat now. I got snow over my shoes. But there ain't much to do on this snowy day, so I thought we'd try to find a radio to tinker around with, guys. I've got this 1950s. I believe it's 1950s. I could be wrong. I think it's about late 1950s. General Electric radio. Now, this one is a dual speaker, which I like. I haven't seen too many like that with 2 speakers in it. Now, the thing that with this radio, guys, when I bought it, it worked. So I went to put ultraletics in it. Turn this light on. And for some reason, it quit working. And I've been puzzled on it. So I'm going to take it back out, and we're going to test the tubes. Looks like I got a couple wires that came off. I'll have to trace those down. But yeah, I couldn't. I've worked on it once before, and I got frustrated, and I just put it back in the case. So it looks like one of these goes to the speaker. Both the speakers are off. That's what those are. The 2 speaker coil or wires from the little transformer. That's one thing about these later year radios. They made a little kind of cheap. And the plastic is really cheap. You gotta be careful when you take them apart, because if you look right down in there, just put a little pressure, putting a screw back in, and it broke. And then I super glued it, and then I had to take it back apart again. It came back, so I need to put that back on if I ever get her working again. But we need to check all the tubes. I don't know if this one has the schematic. Yeah, right here is somewhat, I think, of where the tubes go. But it's not very helpful. I might be able to see it better through the camera. So, let me get you all up on the sky view, and we'll take a look at it, guys. See if we can get it going. Alright, let's check these tubes first thing. And I keep forgetting, my thing broke the other day. The switch broke off of it. And I forgot, I need to buy a new one, because that goes on my workbench, and I use that all the time. So I got to figure something out. Now, let's see what I can do. Hopefully we can still see. I got to turn probably this light out here on top and see what it looks like off. Y'all can still see, can't you? because I need the extension cord that it's plugged up to. Alright. So let's get our tube checker out. And now I gotta find the wire for that. Let me pause it, guys. Let me get better prepared. Alrighty, guys. Let's take a peek at it. See what these tubes look like. I can't remember if I tested these tubes or not. Let's see if y'all can see. Bring y'all in a little bit. There you go. Let's plug up our tube checker. Hope everybody's doing good out there in YouTube land. Alright. Let's do this tall one here. This one is 50C5, 50C5. Sounds kind of odd, don't it? 50C5. Okay, that was checking out good. This one here is a AU6A. Which I don't think goes to this radio. I don't think that one goes to it, guys. 6AUA. We'll check it. I think this went to another radio. So I don't remember it being rode on. I don't remember any of these tubes in this radio being rode on. I had a couple radios apart. Here, that one's good. I had a couple radios apart back at the time I was working on this, so could have got them all switched around. So that one's good. We'll put it back for now till we can find a schematic for this. Let's check this one. This is a BA6, a 12 BA6. It's coming on, but it's acting funny. There we go. Well, that was good. These sometimes could be a pain to get back in. There we go. Let's check this one. Okay, well, I got one more tube. That one's good. And this one is a 12BE6. And it's good. So what we'll do before I've got to find a schematic, but first let's put some juice through this, and we'll see if we're getting any juice on the tube pins. So that's what we'll get ready to do. hook up our Variac. We don't need our tube checker anymore. Yeah, I don't believe that one tube, this one here, I do not believe that that's the right tube for this radio. I've got them switched somehow or the other. But here's the bottom of it, guys. Now, I remember when I was working on it before, some of the traces were bad. Because like I said, they make these kind of cheap. And when I put new ultraletics in it. And that's when I started having problems. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and put this can, because these were leaky, but the radio worked. So I was like, I'll just go ahead and put the ultraletics back in it that came with it. And when I did, I had to just run these jump leads. That's what these are. These are just all jump leads going straight where the ultraletics are coming from. So that's what that is. So let's hook our suicide cord up here. Hook it right here where she goes. Plug her in. Let's give her a little juice. Give her about 40 volts. That'd be enough to see if we got juice running through the circuits. Let's get our multimeter out. Which is tangled with everything else. I'm on my signal tracer. I made my ground wire too long on it when I rewired it. Alright, let's hook our ground up to our multimeter. Let's get our multimeter down here so we can see it. Let's find the positive, which be right there. Let's okay, we're getting our voltages through. So we've got 33 volts. There's 33, 33, 33. They're all 33. I thought this one here, that's for the filaments. I don't know why there's 33 volts on that. Let's check these pins on this. I forgot the name of the tube. 31. Huh. Three. Huh. Let's turn it on. It is on. There's 9 votes here. 8. 7. I'm not for sure where that's at on the radio, where it's upside down. 6. 6. 3. 4. 4. 'What happened to our votages? Okay, that must be the filament, 6.4. All right. The only thing is, I've got voltages on here, but the filaments are not lighting. Which does not make sense. Well, we don't got much. Let's turn it up a little bit, see if these filaments light up. We got 85 votes on there. So that. Oh, filaments are lit. Well, the filaments are lit, guys. All but this one tube. Maybe can't tell. But you can tell the filaments are lit. I don't know if I can get it any darker here or not. That's pretty dark. See, we got filaments. But I don't see any in this tube here. So I don't know how this circuit's ran. Usually if one tube, it must not be like running on, you know, if one tube don't work, the rest does or don't. I think I got that backwards. So I've got to look up the schematic, guys, for this tube here, because that was that one that had that writing on it, and I'm pretty for sure that that is not the tube for this radio. But that's weird. If that's not the tube for the radio, I wouldn't thought any of the tubes would have lit up. That's very weird. But it is not lit up at all. So I'm going to have to pause it for a minute, guys. And I've actually got to look back on this video and see if I could look and see these numbers. So let me do a little research and I shall return. I'm glad to see the filaments on, though. That's what I was trying to get done the last time when I had all the right tubes. And now I don't have all the right tubes. And now the filaments want to work. Crazy. Alright, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. I'm back. I did a little research, which didn't help me much because you know how they are on the internet. They don't want to give too much out. So I couldn't really see how our radio is. It's so faded. It's hard to see the tubes where they go. And then I found this other radio, and I was hoping I could look on the back of it, but it's just as bad. And then the schematics that are online, they're blurry too. So hopefully we can figure this out. Now I did find out what tubes we need to look for. It needs a 12BE6, a 12BA6, a 12AV6, a 50C5, and a 35W4. So that's the tubes that we need to be in our radio. I found the date. It's either a 1959 or 1960 GE Model T142. This one is the antique white. They had a rose also, and I believe a green one. Same radio, but just a little different color. And then it goes 540 to 1600 kilohertz. So there's a little bit about it. Other than that, as far as a good schematic and the tube chart, we're poop out of luck on that one. So let's see what we got. Let me put you off on Skyview real quick. Alright. Zoom in. So let's check these tubes real quick, guys. See what we got. We'll have to go to this other radio. I need to get it out. I'll probably have to pause the video to get that radio off the shelf because it's way back in the back. So let's go ahead and check these real quick. Let's see what we got. I'm going to start with this one here. We have a 35W4. So I'll mark that off our chart. 35W4. Grab an ink pen. Oh, so we have this one. Let's go to this one here. This is a 12BE6. So right here, 12BE6. Check that one off. If I can get it back in the radio. These are the worst little plugs I've ever saw in a radio. They really started getting cheap around 1959, it looks like, as far as tube sockets. Which, I'm telling you, this tube don't look the best. Did we test that one? It looks gassy. See how white that is on top? I think it checked good though. But yeah, it's real white. Usually when they're like that, well, ones I've seen, you know, it might not mean anything, but alright, let's check this middle one. This is a 12BA6. Mark that one off, 12BA6. This is that real hard one to get in there. check this one here. And this one is the 50C5. So the one we need probably is going to be the 12AZ6. This one's a 6AU8. So I was right about that. So I have got to find that 12AV6. Now I had some put in a jar, but I don't know if it's still in here. I just hit my head. I thought I had a tube in here, but it does not look like I do. I just got these old things in here for looks, guys. They're all bad, all these capacitors. Yeah, I thought I had a tube in there. It would have made this search a lot easier. I hate looking for things. So let me pause the video again, guys, and let me search around, see if I can find that lost tube. Alrighty, guys. I think I found it. This thing's been floating around the shop for a while. It don't have a number on it. But I looked up the tube, the 12AV6, and that's the shape of it. That's what it looks like on the inside. So I think we're in luck. This is, now I lost my glasses. That's just great. Probably left them in the house. But that's a triode Class A amplifier tube. Plate voltage is about 330 volts. There's no gridded voltages on it. 0. Plate dissipation is 0.55 watts. And let's see, plate voltage down here, it says characteristics. Plate voltage 100, 250 volts. Grid voltage 2 volts. Amplifier factor 100. So amplification at 100. So I don't know, what would that measure? 100. What would that be? I don't know how that would measure out as the amplification factor, and it being 100 of what, I wonder. Plate resistance 8,000 ohms, and also see, it's got 8,000 to 6,200 volts. No, ohms. Sorry, guys. I left my glasses in the house, so I'm about as blind as a bat. Plate current 0.50, 1.2 milliamps. And then diode units, maximum rating, design maximum value, plate current, each unit 1 milliamp. The 2 diode plates are placed around the cathode, the sleeve of which is common to the triode unit. Each diode plate has its own base pin. Diode biasing of the triode unit is not recommended. So diode biasing of the triode unit is not recommended. Okay. Here's some. Here's a graph chart, guys. If you kind of want to look, see kind of what that tube does. The 12AV6. Here's a. So I had a little bit more to read, but I left my glasses in there and I cannot read. That's real small print, so I could, but it'd be very difficult. So let's see what she does. Well, we gotta figure out how these tubes go in here. Daggone, I forgot about that, guys. Well, we got all the tubes. Let me see if maybe I can look at this magnifying glass and find out. I get so aggravated. It's so hard anymore to find anything online to help you without having to buy something. Let's see. If it's just a little bit more clear, it's so faded. I just can't make heads or tails out of it. Let me see. Go back in the video and see if I can see it on the camera. Alright, guys. I think I got it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I got it. I had to really strain my eyeballs on that one. So, let's see. I don't know what they was. What would that square be, I wonder? So I guess it'd be that 2 and then 3. Okay, like that. So this bottom one would be the 12AB6. That's the one we was missing. Alright, so that one goes, that was right. Alright, that one's in. And then it should be the 50C5 here. Yep, 5075. And then the next one should be the 12BA6. A6. Alrighty. I must have had them in right. And then it should be the 12BA6. That's what we just said, wasn't it? Next one should be the 35W4. 35W4. Alrighty. Then we pretty much know this other one, but we'll check it just in case. And it should be the 12BE6 and 12BE6. Alright. That one's got me worried. Like I said, it's got a little bit of white right there. Alright, there she is. So let's flip her back over. Like we had it before. Make sure all the tubes are in good. And they are. Let's give her some juice. There's my glasses. and the filaments are coming on. I can't tell in that. I can't tell in that 12BE6. All the other tubes are lit, but I am. That 12EB6, it is not. The filaments are not on that one, guys. That one that I told y'all I was a little bit suspicious about. I don't see the. Let's turn the lights back on. Let's hook up the speakers. My battery must be getting ready to go dead or something here. Oh, it's this light. All right. I don't know what I could, if you could substitute anything for that tube. I don't know how that went bad. Like I said, the radio used to work. That one had, you could tell that white on top of it's got gassy. So I don't know why I'm even trying to hook it up, because I know it's not going to work, but we'll see. And then I'll look and see if I have another one of those laying around we can use for a minute. I don't think I do though. Probably have to order one. So let's hook this up here. Get to that. Well, we're getting static. Turn these lights out one more time. See what that filament came on. Nope, it's burnt out, guys. So we need a 12BE6 for this little radio. It's weird though. It's kind of working without one tube, but that is the. I believe, was that the amplifier? No, that wasn't the amplifier tube. So, let's turn this down. I hate making videos if I can't. I like good endings, you know what I mean, guys? Let me pause for a minute. Let me see if I can. I have one radio that we may be able to get that tube. Maybe. Alright guys, I looked, and this radio here, this Hoffman, it has one. Now, should I take the tube out and try it in this one or order one? I'm just worried. I don't want to blow another one. You know what I mean? I don't think that's what. I don't know why that went bad. So let me sit here and think about it and turn the power off over here. Let me sit and think about it, guys. I hate taking one tube out of another radio and testing because you're just asking for trouble when you do that. But I'll be right back. Alright, guys. I'll go ahead and use this tube. We did have one, so you can tell how this one was gassy inside. Here's the other one. So we'll give this a go and see what she does. I hope it don't blow it. I've got to order this tube for this radio. So I may be ordering 2 of them. So let's see what she's going to do. Let's put this in. Please don't blow. Let's turn this on. See if the film has come back up. Looks like they are. I'm not hearing anything though. Is the antenna not working? That just don't make sense, guys. Something's going on in this little switch here. Oh, it's got some problems. Looks like I seen a little spark inside here. Make sure nothing's touching. Try it one more time. I see a little spark inside that. Hmm. We've got a hum. But we are not getting any juice. And if I hook up the antenna straight, I don't know, guys. There's definitely something going on with this volume. There's no smoke, but there could possibly be if I keep it up. There is something in the volume that keeps sparking. So I don't know if it's where I had to. I gotta be careful when I touch this because it's probably still charged. I'm definitely seeing sparks in here in the volume control. So I don't know if I have something here hooked up wrong, which I had to resolder all these wires. I could have got these crossed. Which they look like they go to the same place. Both ground. That one's all good. good. But there's something going on here. Because it tried to get a station, but when I turned this up, it made that little fireball inside of it. So I'm going to have to get a schematic, guys. And see what I've got wired up wrong. I've got something when because these wires come off so easy when you're redoing them. And I've evidently hooked something wrong. Which, looking at it, I don't know what that would be. Huh. God. There's so many wires here.
711 Campbell Street. Coming from under the house, please, but possibly from a heating unit. Fire department en route, 2711 Campbell Street.
That one goes into the top. I didn't mess with that one. That one goes into ultralights. I don't know yet, guys. I just know something is not right. So I'm going to have to look at a schematic and see what exactly is going on. I'm just shocked that these filaments lit up. See, that's the problem I was having before when I changed the caps. I couldn't, it just wouldn't do anything. So I put the old ones back in, it still wouldn't do anything. So I said, through with it, and I put it back in the cabinet. Well, when I was going to putting it back in the cabinet, a couple of the wires came loose. So I soldered them back on, and I could have put something on wrong. Because they just popped off, you know what I mean? Because they did these really cheap. So I don't think there's much wrong with it. We'll get it figured out, guys. I just, like I said earlier in the video, I hate doing videos and not having the radio work at the end, but I hope I entertained you anyway. So, alright, guys, I hope everybody is in and nice and warm and doing good and everybody's well. And until next time, guys, I'll see you right here at Redneck Ways. Bye, guys.